All right, guys, I know it's been a while and I haven't posted in a very, very long time. And yeah, it's been a long time. It's been like probably about 3 months. That last video I made was about why I'm not committed. But in this video, I wanted to save all of the, let's say, missed stuff that's happened the last 3 months. Maybe put in another video, possibly not upload for a while, but something has been beckoning on my mind for a very long time. And it's the idea of biohacking. And if I sound like I'm literally drowning right now, it's because I have these AirPods in. Also, as you can see, I got my ears pierced, so that's cool. Um, so something that's been dawning on me is biohacking, and it's been something that I feel like is very necessary. But I feel like for the last like 9 months or so, I feel like I've been wasting my time on it personally. And I say this now. Most of the stuff that I've been seeing on the internet lately has just been directed towards people who are trying to build themselves up, trying to become more successful, well-rounded, everything. And it's this idea that they need to be biohacking. We're talking cold shower, we're talking about taking a whole bunch of supplements. Yes, a lot of billionaires who got to the top regret that they didn't take care of their health. We look at Brian Johnson, we look at Jeff Bezos, we look at Elon Musk. Even Elon Musk is starting to do certain things around his health. But that does not mean that the people at the bottom who are poor and broke and everything need to be doing these things, because it wastes a lot of time, money, and a lot of effort. I see in my day-to-day life, like, yes, I like supplements. If I could even show you what I have, like I don't use them often, but I do see them. And this goes back to the thing of like, do you need to meditate? Do you need to journal? Do you need to go take cold showers? Do you need to, go for walks and get sunlight? Like, yes, those things are very, very important, particularly the sunlight thing and the walking stuff, in my opinion. But you always have to remember and always think, like, the greatest men in history that you see, if you read about them, or if you don't even necessarily have to read about them. If you just even look up straight facts, and sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm still working on this kind of display kind of thing, but that's the point. If you guys look at them, none of them were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take cold showers, or I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, or sure, a lot of them kept diaries. That's pretty admirable there. A lot of them probably did exercise. They probably did, but most of the time they just worked. They didn't have to do this whole crazy ritual in the morning. And like I said, those things are good, but always remember that if it becomes a crutch, you gotta remove it. If you say you need this stuff, it's not necessarily a good thing. And it's just been something that's been like on my mind recently. Like, I actually just put out a tweet this morning. If you guys follow my Twitter, it's Notes of Will. I might, put it in there. It's just Notes of Will. It's the same profile picture as this YouTube account. I said this morning that a lot of the people spew a lot of stuff about what it takes to become successful in a career or a business. And the crazy thing is, majority of the time, it's not even about like the routines that these people have. It's literally just a high stress tolerance and literally just the ability to work. Like, it's your work capacity and your stress tolerance. And I honestly will go as far to say it's probably your stress tolerance, because that's more tied into your work. So now that gives me a tweet to have to go back and edit. Sorry if I'm just kind of going on random idea tangents. But what I wanted to say in this video is that if you are like me and you like biohacking, go for it. It's a cool thing to learn about. But always remember that it's not something that you need to be hell-bent on every single day. Like, it's not something that is necessary. Meditation is great. Journaling is great. Cold showers, great. Going for a walk is great. Exercising is great. But just remember, like, these things are just tools. The main thing that's important is just getting the work done. When you get to a point where you're sitting down all day, like, I'm not saying you can't research, but when you reach a point where your entire life is consumed about optimizing every single hour, optimizing every single level of just everything, like, at a certain point, you have to question yourself, what are the basics? And just do those. Standard workout plan, get up, standard sleep, everything. Just go back to the basics. And it doesn't mean that, later on in the journey that you have, at least for me, because I'm really speaking to myself in this video, you can't do those things. Because I see a lot of the people who, in the beginning, I notice the pattern is that they do whatever it takes. And then later on, that's when they start trying to optimize for every inch of output. That's because they have time to do that. They don't need the extra, they have so much extra time that's like, okay, why not get every last inch of output out of myself? And I think that's what I'm starting to realize for myself, that and I'm in the beginning phases, and I love biohacking. I love getting, like, all that stuff is great. Like, I feel like I'm trying not to say that this stuff is bad, but like I'm trying to push this onto somebody who needs this. And if I can help one person change their perspective on this stuff, it's great. Like you don't need lots of reading. And even then me saying that is crazy because like I still do these things. But I think the real issue is when it becomes something that overconsumes your life and you're not actually doing the work itself and you're more focused on biohacking all day long, it becomes a problem. Now, if you're watching this video, comment down below if you guys relate to this issue and, what do you do instead of just constantly biohacking? And, everyone has a different definition of what a fundamental or a foundational, I guess, level of basics that they need to sustain life. And at that point, just streamline it until you get to a point where you're comfortable trying to optimize every output. But if your day is spent doing 6 hours, 7 hours of fucking biohacking, like, stop. It's not helpful. It's not getting you closer to your goal. The thing that's going to get you closer to the goal is the work. Have your routines, have your your exercise plans, have your sleep, whatever. But always remember that some of the greatest men in history did not need these things. Okay, bye.